Kathy and I have been traveling up and down the Lamar Valley of the Yellowstone National Park today, and what a beautiful part of the country this is. Unfortunately, a whole bunch of smoke moved in yesterday from fires in other parts of the region, and so everywhere you look there's this pale cast over everything, just this slight mist that prevents you from seeing the full-blown spectacular glory of Lamar Valley. Well, nonetheless, we're still having a wonderful time, and there's always a valuable spiritual lesson you can learn from any experience that you're ever in. So as I was seeking through what this valuable spiritual lesson might be today, I thought about the effect that this mist was having on the view before us and what Jesus had to say about the kingdom of heaven at hand. This was one of his primary teachings, that all of God's goodness is right here, right now, to be discerned and experienced. But you're not going to experience it or discern it through material sense. You have to put that aside and seek it through spiritual sense. He had to keep teaching this lesson to his disciples over and over again. One time he multiplied a few loaves of bread and fishes, enough to feed thousands of people. And there was even food left over. And afterward, a few days later, the disciples were still arguing about having enough bread and to feed everybody and so on. And Jesus said, "Come on, you guys, haven't you learned your lesson yet? You have eyes, use them. You'll see what I can see." And what he was saying was, use your spiritual senses and you'll see enough in all situations. Look beyond what you're seeing materially to what exists spiritually, and you'll see what I see, which is always enough in that case. And so as I look around here in this valley, Kathy and I, we've been to Yellowstone before. We know what it looks like here, and it's glorious, it's spectacular. And with this mist here, well, it's just not quite there yet today. But we know if that mist was gone, we would see that pristine beauty that exists in this park. Well, likewise in life. Oftentimes, I've heard people tell me, I just can't feel God's goodness today. I can't see God's evidence of God around me and God's help and God's love and God's care. Well, I realize that's like the mist that is covering this valley right now. It's a material sense of God that's getting in the way. If we try to find God or spirit through the physical senses, we're likely not to succeed, because God isn't material. You don't discern God through the physical senses. Now we see hints of God's good all around, just like today we can see hints of what this valley is like as we look around, but we're not seeing the real thing here yet because of the mist. Well, likewise in life, if you ever feel like you're standing in the middle of a mist or a fog and you're just not seeing God's help there at hand, change your point of view. Discard that physical, material sense of things and tune into your spiritual senses, because your spiritual senses will discern the presence of God. They will find that solution to the problem you're seeking. They'll more readily discern the health that you're searching for. They will hear the ideas that are going to bring healing your way. Because